Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, how are you? My name is Gina and I thank you for stopping in. I hope you enjoy it here and I hope you stick around. And for the rest of you who are coming back, thank you so much for coming back. So in today's video, I am doing a viewer requested video. So a few weeks ago, I put out the notice that I needed ideas for videos, and I have like all this. I have all this. So I was going down my list today, and one caught my eye, and I thought it would be fun to do. So this one is 10 plants I'd get if I lost my entire collection. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to show you now. I actually have 11. I have my list here, but there's 11. And actually I don't know how I could just get 10 plants if I lost my entire collection. It would be really, really hard to just get 10 plants. But it would be really, really easy to get rid of a lot of plants because I've actually been purging a lot of plants lately. It's the time of year for me. It's when I do it. It's in the fall. I purge not only plants, I purge other stuff. I clean house, and that includes plants. So, but anyway, that's another video. On my list, it was never buy again, like plants I would never buy or buy again. That's going to be possibly the video after this one because that one also sounds really interesting to me. So we'll see. But anyway, so I have more than 10 on my list here because it's really difficult. It's really difficult to just choose 10. So, all right, so I'm going to show you some of the plants in this room and then we're going to go out there for the other stuff. So let's get started. Okay, so now keep in mind, these are not in any particular order. They are just what they are. They're not like, the first one I show you is not like number one, although I was thinking that it might be fun to actually rank these at the end, like, because I do have more than 10, like, put them in order of like most important to me to least important. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that also. And also, this is not that far-fetched, this question, because if I was now not necessarily like lose my collection, like something bad happens and I lose my collection, but my husband has been talking about moving overseas. He would love to move to the Netherlands. So if that were to happen, I couldn't bring any of my plants, I don't think. I don't know. If I could bring some of my plants, it would be the ones on this list, but I don't think that's possible. But anyway, so this isn't like that far out of the realm of possibility that this could actually happen. So, and if I had to start my collection over again, these are the plants I would get. Okay, got that out of the way. Okay, number one. So you guys know I love Hoyas. I really enjoy the Hoya genus. And if I could only pick one Hoya, it would be a trailing Hoya because I've learned that the vining Hoyas really get on my nerves. They really do. Vining plants in general just kind of get on my nerves because there's so much maintenance involved with them. They're constantly like just going all over the place. They get entangled with other plants. They're just, yeah. So as far as Hoyas, if I could only pick one, it would be Hoya linearis right here, a nice trailing plant. And it just so happens that mine is currently in bloom. So if you have a Hoya linearis, I think this is the time of year that they bloom because I'm not the only one with a blooming linearis right now. I just got an email this week from Tamra, who's a part of this community here, and she told me hers, like for the first time, her Hoya linearis is in bloom, and she's so excited about it, and I don't blame her because these blooms are pretty fantastic. And it is very exciting when you get your first blooms on a plant, on a Hoya. So mine has currently has two that are open, and I know I saw one. I was complaining earlier because all my blooms are like down here at the floor. They're at the floor. Like, I don't know what is up with that, but she decided that she was going to bloom very low. I do have another one. I'll have to put a close-up of this one that is going to be blooming also. It's another peduncle, and as long as it doesn't fall off, it will open up as well, but it is also at the same like level as this one of these here, so it's still low. Now, oh look, okay, another one. I have another one right here, a little higher up, so that's good. So it looks like it is going to be putting out more flowers. I wish they were higher up, like up here, but I'm not seeing anything currently. Doesn't mean that it won't in a few weeks, but so yeah, there's two open right now and two more, at least two more that will be, oh, there's another one there. There's two at this level right here. Yeah, that's exciting. So yeah, it's the time of year. It's the time of year for linearis to be blooming. So if you have a Hoya linearis in your collection and you have never seen it bloom yet, look carefully. Go to your plants and look for those blooms because they might be there. You might see some tiny little ones starting. So, and that's Northern Hemisphere. I'm not sure, like, I'm curious. It's possible that in order for the Hoya linearis to bloom, it needs to be cooler temperatures, like the cooler temperatures make the plant want to bloom. That's, you know, that could be. It has been cooler, definitely cooler weather. So it is November. What is it? November 4th? Might be the 4th. What's today? Today is Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I think it is. Yeah, it is the 4th because I have a birthday coming up next week. Yeah, another year. So, okay, so yeah, Hoya linearis definitely would be a plant I would add to my collection again if I were to lose everything. Okay, next up, new genus, Airplants. I am all about the Airplants lately, and it's because they are just so easy. Airplants are easy, you guys, and they're beautiful, and they're fun to use like as decor in your home. You don't need, like, you can use any kind of planter for these guys because you don't need soil. So you don't need a vessel that has drainage because there's no soil. You don't have to worry about that. So I just have so much fun with the Airplants, and I think they're pretty pest resistant. I don't know, I've never looked up like what kind of pests these guys can get. Just off the top of my head, I would think possibly mealybugs could be an issue with them, but I don't know because, they're the leaves or, the plant itself is so hard. Like, it's not soft and supple and easy for bugs, I think, to penetrate those leaves. So I just feel like they're just naturally pest resistant. And they're beautiful. They're like little cactuses that live in the air. Little succulents that live in the air. I don't know. They're just really a lot of fun for me. And if I lost my entire collection and I can only have Airplants, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I'd be totally fine. I still have fun finding little pots for them. And, in my clean out, I told you guys it's clean out season for me. Let me show you something. Hang on. Okay, I have a lot of planters in my home because I like to go thrifting, and I always come across really cute planters, and they're not expensive because they're from the thrift store. So I have a habit of accumulating quite a few planters. And what's funny is every year, this time of year, I do house clean out and I put together, I end up selling a lot of the planters. Like at the end of the year, or not the end of the year, but the end of the growing season, I end up selling a lot of planters because, sometimes our plants, I up pot plants and they no longer fit in the planter that I had them in because I use cash pots. Mostly I use them as cash pots. So I have nursery pots that I sit in the cash pot or cover pot, and the plant outgrows it. And then I have, all these extra planters. So right now, as currently as I speak, I have a bunch of planters, lots of planters, several planters in lots for sale on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, it's just kind of something I do. But as I was going through my planters, I came across, I keep the ones that I really love and then I let go of the other ones. But I found this one, this adorable swan planter, which I picked up at the thrift. It's vintage USA pottery. But I never knew exactly, I loved it, but I never knew exactly like what I could do with it. Airplants, hello. So I want to get one of those big ones, like I'll put a picture of what I'm talking about on the screen here and set it right in here, and yeah, it'll be super cute. So yeah, Airplants, love the Airplant. It's definitely on my list of what I would, if I lost my entire collection, what I would replace. Definitely Airplants. And I have quite a few. They are growing, they're doing great. I've had Airplants in the past and they just they never did great. And I know what my issue was. First of all, I never fertilized them. And second, I kept them on a coffee table, like far from a window, and they just didn't get enough light. They really do need good lighting, pretty bright lighting. So that was my downfall with the Airplant. Yeah, that was, that's another video request, an Airplant video, which I will do. I'm really excited to do. So that's coming up also. So yeah, first was Hoyas, second Airplants. Not in any particular order. What's next? Okay, you probably are guessing what's next. African violets. And okay, so I have a lot of African violets. So I'm not sure. Okay, so this one right here. This is Kay's Purple Hog. I up potted this plant. It was in like a little pot like this size. Actually, let me show you something. This is one of her babies right here, one of her propagations. So it was in a pot like this. It was outgrowing this pot, and I moved it to this bigger pot, and it has exploded even more with growth. It's pretty amazing. Like, I go back and forth, like which African violet is my favorite. Yeah, this one, I think it's not only the blue. Like some of the ones that I decide are my favorites it's mostly because of the bloom. I love the bloom, but this one, it is not just the bloom, but also the foliage on this one. I love the ruffled edges of it and the darker color green of the leaves. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful plant. Look at that. Let's admire it. Yeah. Love it. So definitely African violets, I would definitely get more. Specifically, I would want this one again. And when I look for it online, last time I tried to find it online, I couldn't find any for sale. Like some of these are easy to find. They're easy to get, like Pink Curls is this one back here, Pink Curls. It's pretty easy to get, but I haven't seen this one available. So if we were to move overseas, I would pull a leaf, stick it in my purse. I don't know, can you do that? And take it. Yeah, I would want this one again for sure. This variety, Kay's Purple Hog. But just in general, I mean, I have so many beautiful ones. I'll put pictures up here of some of the others that I would just, yeah, I would like to have again, but don't necessarily have to have those again, but definitely want to have this one again. So African violets for sure, even though they can be a pain in the butt, for sure. I would love them for sure, but they are a pain in the butt for sure. But yeah, I would do African violets again in my collection. All right, so let's see. I'm not sure that there's anything else in this room. Oh yeah, there is. Next, Pinguiculas. Definitely a Pinguicula in my collection, preferably multiple Pinguiculas in my collection. See what I mean? I can't just have 10 plants. Maybe that's not what you meant, but yeah, I would have to have more than 10 plants. I don't have to have as many as I currently have right now. Like, it's just it's too much. I have too many plants. But yeah, definitely more than 10. But yeah, Pinguiculas. So I would do something like this again, like a collection, because I have some that are just like individual, like plants like this, like one per cup. But I do enjoy a multi Pinguicula vessel, and this one is a heart shape, and it's just super cute, just adorable. So like this one is the Cyclosecta, which has the purple, and it's put out a little baby there, which is exciting. And this one, I don't know offhand what it is. And this one is, what is this one here? Look, I think it might be the Pirouette. I think that's the Pirouette, because I pulled, yeah, all of these came from my terrarium, my big fish tank aquarium filled with Pinguiculas. And I found this heart-shaped glass vessel at the thrift store, and I didn't want to buy more Pinguiculas because I have too many. So I just pulled some, because the ones in my terrarium just grow like crazy. So I just pulled a few, and they're doing wonderfully. This one gets very pink. You can kind of see it is turning more and more pink. And yeah, they're doing wonderfully, and I just love them. I love the Pinguiculas. Another great thing about them is they don't get pests. I don't think they get pests. They eat pests. They eat the fungus gnats. They eat the thrips. They're just wonderful little plants. So definitely Pinguiculas. I would get more of those in my collection for sure. All right, now. Yeah, I think that is it in this room. So we'll go out there to look at the rest. Okay, so there are a few plants out here that I would definitely want to have in my collection again. And well, first off, we have Haworthias. I would want to do the Haworthias again. So I'm not sure which is my absolute favorite. I think someone's coming to pick up something. I think that's what that car right there is. Might be picking up something that I'm purging on Facebook Marketplace. Derek's taking care of all that stuff for me, so hang on one second. All right, so yes, that's exactly what it was. So I had purchased I always get my humidifiers for my grow tents at the thrift store, and because I go through so many humidifiers for my grow tents, they just wear out. So instead of, I'm not going to pay full price for brand new humidifiers for my grow tent. It doesn't matter for my grow tent if they're used or not. So I picked them up at the thrift stores. And so I had this one I got, and it was actually brand new in the box. And I set it up because my current humidifier died in the grow tent. And so I set it up, and I didn't realize it was a warm mist humidifier, brand new in the box, never used. I was the first one who put water in it, and it's like hot air coming out of the thing, and you know, it works, but it's just not good for my grow tent because my grow tent is warm enough, let's just say. So anyway, Derek stuck it on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy came and picked it up. We're purging a lot of stuff. So anyway, back to Haworthia. So I enjoyed the truncata version, so I would definitely get a truncata again. Love that. And then this one, this style. And I love my little pots for my little Haworthias. This one's the Haworthia Emily Blue. So pretty. I love it, and kind of silvery, which I love a silver plant. So I would get one like that again. And then absolutely, I would do something like this again. This is the Haworthia Suzu variegated, a variegated Haworthia. There are just several different types of Haworthia. Also like the one, the zebra style, which is on my desk. I could have showed you that one. I would definitely want that style again. So like just sitting here, you know, I have, and including the one on my desk, I have like 4 different types of Haworthia that I would love to have, that I would definitely have to have in my collection again if I had to start over. So yeah, okay, next. All right, here is the next one on the list. The neon pothos, which I love. It is my favorite pothos, the neon pothos. It's just so beautiful. I just can't get enough of the shade of green on this one. And yeah, I would, yeah, definitely. I think it's my only pothos left in my collection. No, I take that back because there is sable blue, epipremnum. Pothos, epipremnum, same thing. Pothos is just like the generic term for it. Epipremnum is the official scientific, I don't know, the official name of the plant, but I think I just have the 2 left. I have the Cebu blue and the neon, and I used to have, oh no, I have Manjula too. How could I forget Manjula, a beautiful one? But I love this one even more. I love this one even more. Anyway, neon pothos definitely is one I would replace. I have like multiples of this one throughout my house. I have one back here. Oh, yeah, you can see it right here. There's one back there. I have, this one lives like in my family room area, plus I have a second one of this in there. And then I also have one in my bedroom. So obviously I love the neon pothos. I just love it. Love this plant, and would definitely add it to my collection again if I were to lose everything, if I had to start over. All right, let's see. All right, so this is a big one. This here is my Sansevieria Moonlight, and this is another one that I just adore and would absolutely have in my collection again. They're just so easy. Sansevierias, are they reclassified? I feel like they are. They have been. They're probably not even called Sansevierias anymore. I don't know. Maybe they're Dracaenas, but I just love this plant. I specifically really love the Moonlight. It is my favorite, but I love like all different varieties of them. They're like, probably because they're so similar to succulents and cacti. I really enjoy that sort of plant. Plus they are pretty pest resistant. They're easy. They're not like mine has not been like a super fast grower. I've had this plant for at least 3 years, and this is as big as it is. I mean, it was smaller when I got it, but they're not super fast growing. And I mentioned the silver color. I love a silver colored plant. I actually have 2 of these. I have this one, and then I also have one in my bedroom, which I'll show you here. Love them both. I have even though I am purging plants and getting rid of duplicate plants, I will not get rid of either of these 2. I just enjoy them way too much. So this is Sansevieria, specifically the moonshine, is definitely one I would replace. If I lost everything, I would get this one again. So pretty, just so pretty. All right, so here is the next one I would definitely add to my collection again. And this is the bear paw. It's a succulent. It's the variegated bear paws. The official name will be here. I just call it, it's just easier for me to say bear paws, obviously. But yeah, I love this plant. I've had this one also for at least 3 years, and it's beautiful. It's just, yeah, definitely one I would want to have in my collection again. Super cute. Love the leaves, the fuzzy leaves, and yeah, it's adorable. Love it. And then another succulent cactus. This is my fairy castle cactus. I very much enjoy this one. Another one that is at least 3 years old. I've had it for quite a long time, and it's just very enjoyable to me, and I would definitely replace this one if I lost it. And yeah, there are just, yeah, there's lots of, I could easily just have cacti, succulents, pinguiculas, airplants, like easy plants like this in my collection, and be perfectly happy with those. Like, I don't need the tropical house plants, although I do love my neon pothos. Yeah, no, I would need my neon pothos. I would have to have my neon pothos, but yeah, I'm really into easy plants these days. Plants that are easy for me. I know that cacti and succulents aren't easy for everybody, but I have pretty good luck with them, so I'm sticking with them. All right, speaking of cacti and succulents, another one that cacti, monkey tail cactus, this is definitely one I would want to replace and have in my collection again. I just very much enjoy this plant. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. Look how pretty that is. So it looks so soft, but don't be fooled. You can get pricked by spines in this, but it's a beautiful plant, and it is on my list. I feel like I'm going way over 10. I don't even know what number we're at yet, but these are the plants I love. These are the plants that I would replace. Monkey tail cactus for sure. Okay, we've moved. Now, I know it's hard to see, but in this jungle here of plants, which I love all these plants, but I wouldn't replace all these plants. The only one I would replace would be this ZZ Raven plant. I just love the black leaf on this one. It's another easy grower. It's very easy going for me. This is its newest leaf. So it pops, not leaf, newest stem to come out. They come out green and then they get darker. They turn black. It's just a cool plant. I just love it so much. And I would definitely want to replace this plant if I were ever to lose it. So ZZ Raven, not necessarily, I mean, I wouldn't want the other ravens. I know there's different types. I think there's even a variegated version, but no interest. I have no interest in getting that. I just love the black. I adore the black. So there's that. All right, now moving up a little bit, here's ZZ Raven we just looked at. Coming up here a little bit, this is a good portion of my Scindapsus collection, which I am a big fan of Scindapsus. There you can see them more. So definitely I would want to have more Scindapsus in my collection. Now, if I were only able to choose one of these here, I would choose the silver cloud. So let me actually bring it down. No, I can't bring it down. Let me take you up. Actually, I'll just include some video here of it. So I just, I love the patterns on the Scindapsus are so beautiful, but I don't know, there's something about the silver cloud that is just my favorite of all the patterns that are up here on these shelves here. And it gets nice big sized leaves, and it's even like grown, it's moved over, like you can see like on the side over here, See that? This is more silver cloud up here against right there. That's more. It has traveled down over here. Hopefully it's not stuck to the wall. I don't think it is. Last I checked, it was, no. It's not sticking to the wall, which that is good. But yeah, I just love the silver cloud. I love the pattern on this one. I love the color. It's silver. I love a silver plant. And yeah, I would definitely replace the silver cloud. If I could only choose one Scindapsus to have, it would be that one. All right, so I said I would rank these. Earlier I said I would put them in order of ranking of what the most important to me to the least important. So I would say number one that I would want to replace would be my neon pothos. This is number one. So definitely number one. Now the rest of these, I don't know. It's hard for me to rank them. Okay, let me think here. So I would probably say second would be Haworthias, like any of the Haworthias. And then third would be, I would say third would be the bear paws, my variegated bear paws, followed by fairy castle cactus, followed by Airplants. And then I would say, did I say, oh, monkey tail cactus. I don't think I said that one yet. And then I would say African violets, and then Pinguiculas, and then Scindapsus, the silver cloud, and then Raven ZZ. So that would be my order. I think that covers everybody. But I mean, they're all, every single one, they're all number one to me. But if I had to rank them, that would be the ranking. So yeah, that is it. So some of you might be surprised that I didn't mention anything about begonias. Now I would definitely, now, okay, it was 10, right? They asked for 10, so they just didn't hit in my 10. But I would definitely get some begonias again, certain types, certain ones I would not get again, but I would get some begonias again. And then also Ripsalis. I'm a big fan of the Ripsalis, and they're up there. They kind of fall in line with cacti and succulents as far as like care, or like Sansevieria. They're just kind of all similar care. I have similar experiences with them. And oh, you know what? I didn't mention Hoya when I did my list, did I? What does that tell you? They're not very high on my list. Even though I love them, they're not very high on my list. Interesting. Very interesting to me. So yeah, so I guess that's going to do it for this video. I hope you found it interesting. I found it interesting to see what I really truly love, and yeah. So, okay, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.